Hello, I'm Jeff from the CodeSaturn development team, and today I'm going to show you how to install CodeSaturn from the installer, which is available online. So first, let's have a look at the prerequisites, which are not handled by the installer, but are mandatory to use CodeSaturn. So basically, you will need a Fortran compiler, like gfortran for example, a C++ compiler, like GCC and G++, and a Python interpreter with version 3 or older. These libraries are usually already installed on most recent Linux distributions, but to check whether they are present or not on your computer, you can just, for example, write in a terminal gfortran -version, gcc -version, or g++ -version and see the results. If any of those command lines failed, then you need to go in your package manager and install them. Next, if you want to use the graphical user interface, then PyQt5 is required. To install PyQt5, go into your package manager and search for PyQt5, and what you basically need are those two packages. Finally, OpenMPI and zlib are strongly recommended, and zlib is even required if you want CodeSaturn to have med support. Again, you should be able to find them in your package manager. Beware that zlib library is sometimes called zlib1g, and what you need are those two packages again. Of course, if you want more details about those optional libraries, you can have a look at the wiki sections on GitHub, and the link is in the description. Okay, now that we're ready, let's go to the CodeSaturn website, which is www.codesaturn.org, and we will go in the download section. We will here choose the latest version, which is series 6.x, and we will download the latest version, which is version 6.2, and just click here to download CodeSaturn sources. I'm going to save the file. Okay, so now that it's been downloaded, I'm going to create in my home a new folder called CodeSaturn here. But of course, you can create this folder wherever you want on your computer. It doesn't matter. Then I'm going to my download. I'm going to take the file I just downloaded and put it in my CodeSaturn folder, and I'm going to unzip everything in that folder. Okay, so I don't need anymore the file I downloaded. Okay. So next, I'm going to create here a folder which I will call CodeSaturn.build, which will contain the build of CodeSaturn. And I go in this folder. And from here, I open a terminal. Okay. So the next step is actually to launch the file installsaturn.py, which is in the folder we just extracted. So I just type this command here. No, it's not the good one. Okay, and I launch this. And so, as explained here, this has generated a setup file, which I can open now. And as you can see, this setup file contains a bunch of options to set the installation of CodeSaturn. So the first one asks you if you want to download the packages. I will put yes here. Here, if you want to install CodeSaturn in debug mode, here we doesn't want that. Here we have the installation directory, which is set to this. I will let it as it is. Here we have an automatic detection of the distributions that we're using. Here, normally here, the installer should have detected which version of the compiler you have installed on your computer. Okay. If you want to specify a special installation of your Python interpreter, you should do it here. Here we want the GUI to be not disabled, so we will let this to no. Okay, let's go to the end, which is what interested us. Here we have the optional packages, which are here: HDF5, CGNS, MED, Scotch, and Parmetis. HDF5, CGNS, and MED are optional libraries that will allow you to read meshes at the MED and CGNS format. So we definitely want to have these optional libraries. And Scotch and Parmetis are libraries that are used especially when you make parallel computation of CodeSaturn. So we will check yes in all the use column. Like this. And if you already have an installation of the library on your computer, you can just specify a path here to this library. But here I don't have them on my computer and I want the installer to install it and to download it. So I'm going to check yes in this column as well. Like this. And when I'm done, I just save and quit the setup file. So now I just have to rerun the install_saturn.py file. And here it goes. First we have the downloading of all the packages, then it will install all the additional libraries, and finally it will install CodeSaturn. So now you just have time to take a coffee and to come back later.
A few moments later.
Okay, so everything went well. As you can see, CodeSaturn was correctly installed on my computer. It has been installed in this path here. So we can have a look in our folder. CodeSaturn, Arch, Linux, bin, and here is the installation of CodeSaturn. So in order not to have to go in this folder each time, we will now create an alias or a shortcut to this installation of CodeSaturn. And to do this, we go back in our terminal and we just copy the installation path here. And then we're going to open our bash.rc file with a text editor, whatever you want. So it's in my home and it's called .bash.rc. Here we're just going to add a line and write alias CodeSaturn equal. Here we're going to copy the path and we just add the command CodeSaturn. We save and we quit, and then now when you open a terminal, you just have to type the command CodeSaturn, and here I want to open the GUI, and here you have your CodeSaturn which open. So thank you for watching. I hope everything went well, and goodbye.